What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog coming to you tonight. And I'm laughing because I just did a quick review of there's a million people doing a show right now, and that's fine. But I just realized earlier today, they just announced they're doing these massive crackdowns starting January 1st. We've been telling people on YouTube, hey, clean your channel up, clean your stuff up. It's coming, okay? Clean it up. It's coming. FTC is coming this way because this is $1 billion of operations all day long. Literally, the guy described it as shooting fish in a barrel. Now, what does the FTC fines come for? They're going to come around content that is family friendly, that is could entice children. Now, let's be clear. We're doing this big, massive, well, oh my God, sex trafficking. Now, hear me out. I might get flagged for conspiracy theory tonight. I don't care. I'm in that mood. I'm just in the mood for it. We're talking about all this drum of sex trafficking, sex trafficking. What is that going to start leading to? It's going to start leading to be able for cops to just stop your car at any time. I don't know. It's questionable. The window's tinted. It's a van. I need to look in it. And look, I want to be all against sex trafficking as well, but it's opening the door to something. Same thing here with YouTube. I am finishing a YouTube course right now. I'm starting on it, but in order for people to be in the course, we're going to go week by week for about 12 weeks, every Wednesday, like clockwork, talking about them building their channel. And they're going to actually have to do it while they're in there, because this is one of the easiest, girls and guys who literally took their shirt off and started working out and put a show together on this right here. Put a show together right here on this YouTube platform and are now millionaires. Get $50,000 sponsored posts on Instagram. And the government is trying as hard as how do we wrangle this YouTube and get money out of people. Now, I'm going to say this, and I mean it. We have a society that is against happy, healthy families, and I'll even include Christian families. The channels that are going to be hit hardest are going to be the channels that we see right now that are making the most money. When people come to YouTube, they don't necessarily Google for money as part of the bundle I'm under, business and money. They Google family stuff. They Google family friendly stuff. You're talking about toys. You're talking about people going on vacations. And who has been reaping the benefits of that this last 7 years on YouTube? Family channels. You got literally people on family channels who now have TV shows, who now have HGTV shows, who have TV commercials, who are doing TV commercials for Walmart and Best Buy. I mean, literally, I can go right now on YouTube and find people who have, and don't even have as many subscribers as I have, literally getting TV offers and sponsorships and deals. This is a gravy train, right? So I put that course together, but this year has been so crazy and raised so much money and had so many projects going on. I haven't even been able to go, I'm going to sit down and do it now. I'm definitely going to sit down and do it now. They're sitting here telling you they're going to hit people with $40,000 fines. Do you know I got 1,800 videos? Imagine a family who has just 100 videos of them and their kids going to Disneyland, going to different places, and Disneyland and paid them good money. And now you're going to take that away? I'm telling you guys, this is the beginning of it, right? Because let's be really honest. Why is YouTube grown so big? Because TV programming is crap. Radio programming is crap. This is why podcasts are exploding. This is why YouTube's exploding. People do not like what is being fed to them on TV. What is TV called? Television programming. You cannot program a society of Americans if they refuse to watch the TV. Now, I went and saw Charlie's Angels the other day, and it was good. But there was a lot of little subliminal programming in Charlie's Angels about rah, rah, you go, girl. But it had a ton of good stuff. And the sad part about it is this is the pushback. This is the pushback. The government's going to go, okay, well, you guys are just going to go take and start making your own content. Do you know how many kids and women and boys who would have spent their young 20s running to California and Hollywood have spent their time back in their hometown? There's a girl right now I'm thinking of. She went to DC, then Atlanta, went back to Detroit, living with her parents, and now is making over 200,000, 300,000 a year on YouTube. But at the time, all she could think of is, I have to get out of Detroit. I got to get out of here. I got to go where the money is. Back in the day, people who wanted to be actors and actresses would have ran to California. And then you saw companies do the reverse, where companies came over here to North Carolina, Georgia, the South, to film for the locations, but also do what? Get extras and actors from those regions. Look at Tyler Perry. While California is burning up in some spots, Tyler Perry studios are full of people filming. Okay? And I've sat here for year after year, told y'all, pay attention. I just did a scan of who's all live right now. They talking about Tariq Nasheed over there to Edwards. No shame to Edward. They're talking about T.I. and Pornhub. You know, O'Shea, no shade to O'Shea. I just stopped over there and said, hey, they're talking about the silliest topics. No one is paying attention to what's about to hit them over the head in January 1st. Now, of course, they tell you this is for the family. We're focusing on kids. Honestly, if you never knew anything about America and you came over here and you start Googling on YouTube, you would find, number one, Christian, two, happy, healthy families who are doing happy, healthy, normal things like cook for their families, take care of their families. You have a lot of homeschooling on YouTube right now. You have a lot of homesteads. And guess what? If they can't force you to watch regular old TV, where they can program you, where they already show that African Americans and Latino kids watch the most TV in America, they are going to try to come attack this. They're going to try to come attack this. This is the biggest engine maker out there. Again, I told you guys about tech channels. If I just get 1,000 of you to go into tech and get $100,000 a year job, which you guys fight me tooth and nail in the comments, everybody don't need a tech job, Erica. Everybody can't do that. Then go, leave, get off my channel, right? But they stay here, go, everybody can't do it, Erica. I don't know why. They just want to do it. But if I got 1,000 of you to go get $100,000 a year job, that means that's $100 million in the economy we just turned via this right here, YouTube. It's completely changed my life. It's completely, absolutely triple changed my life. And the almost 100 people that's in my investment club changed their life. They're all part owners of trucks and housing, changed their life. And what you guys have to understand is this is a big money maker. Look at what's on here. Look what's on here. If you want to figure out, okay, you say, hey, I want to move to Atlanta. Guess what you did? You typed in the computer videos on moving to Atlanta. And guess what? Then all these people said, oh, I don't want to move to Atlanta. I want to move to Austin, Nashville, Florida. I'm going to move somewhere else. And so you have hundreds of videos telling you where and where's a good place to move. Where's a good place to move? It's a powerful engine, but they don't have any control over it. Okay? Hold on a second. Now, the Federal Trade Commission does some good things. What are some good things they do? They try to stop robocalls. They try to stop different things. So what they're trying to do is prevent. It's called child privacy loss. YouTube is going to pay $170 million. FTC, again, F, T is in Taylor, C is in Charlie. Okay. You know, let me make sure I put it in here so everybody can see. $170 million. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, because they're going to start finding you for individual videos for $40,000. Right? But we have people right now here on YouTube aren't paying attention. They just gave us a whole nother where they give us the user agreements where you have to agree to do it, or your channel might disappear, or you might not. If you don't do the update, you're going to have some problems. Again, exactly. Curtis Davis, you can learn real-time gardening, cooking. I made a big stink earlier on Instagram, and I mean it to this day. How many of you guys, mother taught you how to cook? Put a 1 in the comment. Put a 1 here, right? Everybody who knows someone who don't know how to cook, put a 2 in the comments. because I'm testing this because I'm serious. There's 162 of y'all here. At least 20 of y'all can indulge me. Put a 1 in the comments if your mother taught you how to cook, and put a 2 in the comments if you know someone who don't know how to cook. This is an easy one. This is too easy. This is an easy conversation. Somebody gave me a 0. Okay. 2, 2, 2. Yeah. 1, 2. Look how many 2s they put there. I'm serious. I'm really serious right now. I'm just doing this as an example. Put a 1 in the comments if your mother taught you how to cook, and put a 2 in the comments if you know someone who don't know how to cook. And we all can hit a 1 and a 2 right now. Okay. We all can just 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Because right now, as we sit right here, I know my mother taught me how to cook. My grandma taught me how to cook. But I know men, women, everybody. I know about at least 7 people have no clue how to cook. I know a girl right now who don't cook at all in her home. She orders out every day. Every day. And thank God for her metabolism, because if not, and she goes to work out every morning. She knows it's coming. She knows eventually this metabolism will give out. But again, put a 1 in the comments if you know how to cook. Put a 2 in the comments if you know somebody who don't know how to cook. Because let's keep it a buck. There's a lot of people who don't. Now, prime example why I'm bringing this up, why I'm using an example of cooking. There are so many family cooking channels. There are so many single men cooking channels. Darius Cooks. Darius Cooks has become a multi-millionaire off of cookbooks, a traveling cook hosted dinner, and all this stuff. All this stuff. Now, what happened off of YouTube? The Blue Apron and Pantry and all these people, they blew up. Like, they'd have all these YouTubers standing in here and saying, okay, hey, this is how you cook this. You put this in here. You follow the instructions. Literally, Blue Apron and them became multi-millionaire companies overnight. Now, what does this mean? This is just shows you the power of, and I'm going back to a greater purpose, and I know y'all gonna hate me for this, but at the end of the day, originally, about a good 50 years ago, you talk to your mom, or some of y'all, I don't know how old some of y'all are, your grandparents. If your mom or dad was born around 55 to 68, depending on where they lived in the United States, there was no such thing as kindergarten. Your mother taught you how to read. And then you went to first grade. Now, first grade, you officially read, they taught you how to read, but at least you knew how to write your name and say, I'm supposed to get on this bus and go over here. We have gotten so far away from your mother being at home, teaching you how to read, teaching you how to cook, teach you how to iron your clothes, teach you how to do the basics of adulthood. The basics of adulthood. Because she's working, your daddy's working. Shit, they might not even be together. So now everybody's working in the house. Nobody is there to instill how to teach your child. In Detroit, they just lost a lawsuit earlier this year that teachers are not legally obligated to teach your child how to read. It's in your face, people. They are not legally obligated to teach your child how to read. So whose job is it? It's yours. But if you talk to some of these raggedy ass parents out here, I don't know, I sent my child to school. These schools ain't teaching these children nothing. No, you aren't teaching your children anything. And then get mad when they turn 18 and want them out the house. And you ain't taught them nothing. So I bring all that up to talk about the cookbooks. Is one of the fastest growing things in America right now is cookbooks and cooking channels. People's mamas didn't teach them how to cook. She didn't have time. She didn't know how to cook. And when I meet women who are 40, I'd say 41 to 47, they have amazing bodies, usually. Careful, don't come at me, Manosphere, whoever. I mean in the fact that they look natural and healthy. They don't look like 400 pounds. And it's because if you look at those women from about 41 to 47 years old, on average, they had moms at home, or they were the last generation of people that were starting to be latchkey kids. Now, what does all this have to do with the FTC finding YouTube and saying they're coming after us, and they're coming after individual people, charging them $40,000 per fine? $42,000. I'm just rounding it off, okay? They're doing this because if you come on YouTube, and I'm being careful, I know Manosphere is saying everybody's a simp, everybody's this, everybody's that. But if you come on YouTube, you will see millions of happy, healthy, married families with healthy, happy kids doing normal, healthy, happy stuff, out here on YouTube making money off people seeing that. You'll see plenty of families of 6, 7 kids, normal, happy, mom and dad married, fine, working, functioning, okay. You'll see fitness channels. You'll see cooking channels. You'll see how to shoot a gun. You'll see how to clean a gun. You'll see how to go hiking. Boy Scouts watch this freaking YouTube. Boy Scouts post videos to YouTube. All these things are vital. And what we're saying is, Hollywood, we don't like the shit you're trying to give us. Fox News, CNN, Business Channel, I don't like your bullshit. I'm going to come over here to YouTube and watch somebody who is telling the truth. How many of you watch the news via YouTube? Put a 1 in the comments. I know I'm not crazy. Put a 1 in the comments if you watch the news on here on YouTube. And I'm talking about Fox Business, CNN Channel, any of these. Because I know you do. Because when I go watch Stock Channel, it's full of people. When I go watch Fox Business, little snippets of news, it's over there. It's full of it. Oh my God. Thank you guys. You've been commenting. Thank you. Thank you. No, we do not have to update all our videos. Again, this first wave of FTC is coming for people who have family-friendly content. Stuff that can entice children. As you see, most of the family channels have stopped allowing comments under the videos in the effort of to stop this. We have all this child trafficking. Oh, we have sex trafficking. Watch out. They're trafficking children everywhere, day and night. And I believe it. But we didn't care about it when we have every year on average 3,000 or 4,000 Black kids missing every year. We don't see it on the news. We don't see it. Now, this is all in an effort to go, well, in order to stop the child trafficking, someone's luring the children outside the house. How are they luring them outside the house? YouTube. This is the most con picket stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. Your kids, now when my nephew's on YouTube, he's 4 years old. He knows how to click the pictures with the Power Rangers in it. So yes, do they need to make sure these videos don't have somebody saying, come on outside, little boy, I'm gonna come pick you up, or something crazy? Of course. But what they're trying to do is completely shut down this mode of communication. Podcasts are exploding everywhere. Radio DJs and these people are like, you see what Breakfast Club is doing. They record their show and put it on YouTube. They got a whole radio station in the middle of New York City, but get more views off YouTube than they do on the radio station. Listening audience off the radio station. Think about that. Think about it. Now, when we're driving our car, usually we're listening to some show. Okay, the show's on. But they are getting, look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's got freaking Elon Musk coming on his show. This is a powerhouse of opportunity. For those of you who are going to go do the YouTube course with me, I'm only taking like 100 people. I think I'm taking, overall the next year will be like 500, but like 100 people. And we're literally going to get you up and into this machine that we call YouTube. Because a lot of you are like, well, I started a channel, I did a channel, and it ain't doing well. And you didn't know what you're doing. You weren't following the rules. There's so many steps to this freaking thing. You can turn on the camera and just learn as you go, for sure. But just saying, if you want a little help. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Some people think they can cook. Listen, we have a lot. Listen, I made a chili from scratch today, and that thing's been cooking down real slow for 4 hours because I wanted to start to taste a certain thing. So, new women who didn't know how to boil water. Curtis Davis, their mom failed, their grandma failed, their daddy failed. They all failed them. Again, when you saw that woman get hit in the face with a blender at McDonald's, and she's sitting up there with 5 kids' meals and food for her, and she's waiting for 25 minutes, she could have been home after 30 minutes of waiting, cooked some spaghetti, and had them kids eating food. This shit is ridiculous. But again, you're getting dumbed down through the food. You got people going down here through Popeyes, chicken, all that stuff. I'm literally juicing and trying to fast and juice this past week. And I'm telling you, you can feel the fog lift off your brain when you start to juice and just eat a bunch of fruits and vegetables. You can just feel your brain go, oh, wake up. You could tell. I'm telling you, listen, There are, at the cryotherapy place I go to, they have vitamin B shots. And I talk to people, I'm like, you could just go get a juice from, juice laying down the street. And they always look at me like, what? People don't know. 2, didn't learn to, after I got married. Cookbooks and Yummy App are my best friends. Woo! Oh man, beautiful one for it. There's so much space on YouTube. When I was getting dropped off at the Oakland airport, the guy that was riding me, he owned a restaurant. He sold it. Crazy enough, we start talking about semi trucks because it was a long ride because the traffic got backed up. And I was like, yeah, I own 11 semi trucks. What? My friend's trying to convince me to go buy a semi truck with him. But then my daughter wants us to do a cooking YouTube channel. I said, do it. You're Asian. I did say it just like this. You're Asian. People would love to hear about your restaurant. Do it. Your daughter is 14, perfect age. She can learn how to do all the stuff that you need behind the scenes and put out a cookbook. It's that serious, y'all. I mean, I really just, not even joking. Like if you charge $40 for a cookbook, say you got them stacked up at your house, you sell 1,000 of them. You do the math. What's 1,000 times? Just 1,000. If you got all this channel, but 1,000 cookbooks sales times $40 is what? There you go, Sharon Dayo. I mean, I literally saw, I kid you not, I looked up and he was selling tickets. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check it back in a couple of days. It was sold out by the time I went back to go check. I said, well, damn, I just missed out. Because it's an experience. People love experiences. So here this man is cooking, laughing, playing Anita Baker. You got all these other Black people in the room. You guys are mingling and laughing. Yeah, it's an experience. Thank you guys for the super chats. I really appreciate that. I know a professional baker that can't cook food. Honey, I knew a guy that worked at Panera Bread. In the morning, he'd bake all the pastries. But if you asked him to do something outside of that, he just was a GD Black guy who loved to get up in the morning and do the pastries so then he could spend the rest of the day doing whatever he wanted. Thank you. I really appreciate it. What's up, Andre? Andre, do you need to come on? We need to talk about how lit YouTube is for our lives right now. What's up, board chat? Listen, again, this guy right here, you guys go check out his channel. Board chat, I'm killing it, but it's tech in there. And again, he's another example of how powerful YouTube is. I'm telling you, if we can get 1,000 people, Dre, to sign up for even the tech writing class that Kamoy, and they all make $100,000, that's $100 million we will be putting in the economy. Period. Go check out this guy's channel. He's good to people. YouTube is. Yes, there was no preschool. The preschool was your mama. The preschool was your grandma. And God help you if they couldn't read or write, because then the teachers would talk bad about you. My mom said the way you got introduced to school as a child is she went one day with her sister. My mom is one of 6 siblings. So she just went with the next oldest sibling to school that day for a week. Every day, my Aunt Sandra had to take her with her, make sure she used the bathroom, make sure she sat and been quiet in class. She got to eat some food at lunch, cafeteria, and then she went home. And that's how you got introduced to what school was next year when you was going to go to school. I kid you not, y'all. This is not some North Carolina backwoods country shit. This is nationwide. This is how children got introduced to school. There'd be one day or a week where you would go, or your mama and them would go with you to the school. You'd sit in someone's classroom and be quiet. It's when classroom sizes weren't that big. And you'd look and you'd learn to sit in a chair and be quiet all day. And then next year, you knew you come, you go play outside, you go eat lunch, and this is what you do. This is a serious thing. And this is why when people tell me, my mom didn't show me anything, they didn't have no time. This is why I don't have any time for this 50-50 argument bullshit. Because there is no time for us to play these games. You need one person hardcore actively making the family money, if at all possible, the highest income they can. You need somebody at home managing those children's minds, cleaning the house, organizing the bills, figuring out how we're going to invest for the next 5 years to get us to freedom, and you can do whatever you want. I've seen it done. I've seen it done with literally, there's a channel where if you guys go check him out, Belief in Fatherhood. He was a stay-at-home dad. His wife was a school teacher. And they were already still going to pay off the student loans with just him. And the reason he wanted to stay home is they had 2 little Black boys. And he said, all I can think of is how bad I was treated in Baltimore childcare system and daycare system. I never want this to happen to my 2 Black boys. So he stayed home. You can go check out his channel now. He just was doing a Spectrum TV ad with Kev on stage. The millions are being made out here on YouTube. All it needed was his wife to follow his discipline for a year. And don't matter if people laugh at us that you're a school teacher working and I'm a stay-at-home dad. We're going to make this go down hardcore in a year. Cooking skills. There you go. Listen, Douglas Jones. If you can roast that chicken, let me tell you, I tell you I'm not. There is a fitness guy. I'm not clowning him. I bought his cookbook in support of him because he was in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, paying off student loans. When I read that cookbook, y'all, I almost printed it out and threw it back at his house, at his face. It was the most blandest recipes I've ever heard in my life. But guess what? He was selling $10,000 a month in those cookbooks because people want to work out. They want to be fitness based. No one's mom is teaching them how to cook. Yep. Where you go, the advertisement companies will follow. That's true, but there's no, everything else will take years to build. Just like Netflix is the only thing now, and now you have Apple and Disney and all these people. It'll take years. So, yeah, home economics is coming back into places. There, thank you, Ty Davis. Thank you for supporting what I said. I was born in 1969. Yes, you had to know how to read and write your name before you even went to school. I'm telling y'all, this is not even, when they decided to desegregate North Carolina, they sent my mom and 3 of her friends, one of my cousins, my cousin uncles, he's older than me, cousins with her to another school. And then they didn't send 4 white kids to the other school. They were like, I don't care. We got your 4 kids, fine. Get on out of here. And I'm telling you, my mom was like, yeah, we fought every day for like 2 months. And then everybody left us alone and we went on about our day. So again, I understand some of my things as an adult. My mom's like hesitation to me dating outside my race. I understand it. It ain't even a question. But you had to know how to read and write before you went to school. They took home ec out of school. They took shop. You know, if you were a boy and you wanted to learn how to fix cars, build things, weld, you had shop class. You had PE for kids who were just going to do nothing but go do PE anyway, goof off when they left high school. You had a lot of different classes. They had ROTC, grooming people to go ahead and go into the military and make a smart decision, at least pick a good MOS or go to West Point. Thank you, ProStyle1. YouTube has been such a disruptive force, even for formal education. Example, Kai Academy. I spent so much time on YouTube studying calculus concepts in college. Yes. And here's what's happening. If you guys go on YouTube and just Google India or medical doctors India or calculus India, there is a branch of YouTube that is like Indian base, and they are blowing up like never before. Now, if you start giving them some money, oh my God, it's going to be crazy. Education does not equal knowledge. That's right. Mr. Sweat. What's the future of this platform? This platform will still make buku money. But what I'm trying to tell you, I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means, but who has been making the money the last 7 years? Christian, healthy families and married couples. And even just couples that look good. Interracial couples have been making millions of dollars. All these things that you can't control it. It's not on regular TV. Your child can hop on their phone at any given time, any day, and watch YouTube and listen to music from all over. You know what I mean? Musicians have come on here, run $20 a day in ads, and had their album sell 10 to 10,000 to 20,000 copies. You mean R&B music artists are touring right now? Now, the music scene is garbage. You got this rap, this Gucci Gang, and whatever this garbage music is, where these kids look insane with crazy hair. But you got a whole generation of Black people who are like, nah, I'm going to go here on YouTube. I'm going to run some ads. Y'all going to buy my album on my tour. You have that happening like never before. So the matrix that's feeding you this crap from TV is not working anymore. YouTube has broke that matrix as much as possible. Now, it's got some dark side to it. Cough, cough, MGTOW. It's got some dark side to it, super crazy feminist. And it's got some good stuff to it. It's got some really great stuff. And they tried hard to tamper. Every time you try to clamp down on someone learning something, it's just going to grow. Guess what I did when I felt like YouTube was stammering down my traffic? I just started going doing events. I'm going to go around this fucking nation. I'm going to go meet people in person. You cannot stop an ideal. Yes, I'm B for Vendetta right now, but you cannot stop an ideal. Once it's out there, you cannot crush it. You have all these people talking about the Wire of Baltimore when you got so many other opportunities from your phone, your computer, how to freaking learn how to do credit, learn how to run a business from your house. Someone earlier asked me, can I get these courses? Will it help me if I have a business in Europe? Let me tell you the 3 freaking things you need to run a business. You need somewhere for people to come, look and see if they want your stuff. Website, page, landing page, whatever you want to call it. Number 2, you need either someone to follow up, either that's phone calls, setting appointments, booking appointments, whatever. And 3rd, a way to promote it. That's all. It's just a place for them to come, verify who you are, if they want the product or service. 2, someone on staff, you or in the future, other people making phone calls for you, setting appointments. This is general of every business I've ever operated, started, worked with. That's it. That's the 3. So when someone asks me overseas, well, can I work in Europe? Honey, it's the principles of business. I watched somebody's podcast earlier. The girl, literally, the guy said, oh man, you know what book I really love? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and a 4-Hour Workweek. And the girl was like, what are those? She's interviewing business people and was like, what are those? And this is why I get so angry when y'all like, but I got to have my LLC and I got to have it perfect, because if it's perfect, Erica, then it'll really be successful. No, honey, these people are out here just starting. They ain't reading books. They ain't doing shit. They just starting. And y'all over here like, I'm going to think about it some more, Erica. Let me think about it some more. As soon as I think about it, I may buy that laptop. I don't know. Laptops are $200 freaking bucks at Best Buy. They had this article talking about, what about all these black kids that can't afford laptops? Hello, this is a laptop. Hello, this is what they need. They can literally attach a Surface or literally put this on the computer screen or the TV screen in their house. But you know what? They want to watch shit on the TV. That's why. Y'all, this Bailey's is catching up with me. I apologize. But I'm just like, look, y'all are about to miss the train. And I see it. I notice homeschool kids are overachieving in high school. Yeah. And a lot of the homeschoolers is just under 10 years old. A lot of parents do it while they're under 10 years old. And then when they start taking them to high school, kids usually say, look, I want to be around other kids. And they let them go. But they already are well-read. They're not into the bull crap. These kids, when I notice kids at high school, they're all trying to have boyfriends and girlfriends. I'm like, honey, you better be trying to figure out how to read. That's what you need to be worried about. 48, we out here. Okay, Nicole Pritchard. My mom told me how to read is the best. That's right. Brainwashing people. I'm telling you, the court, literally, the Supreme Court sided with the state of Michigan. It is not the teacher's job to guarantee your child knows how to read. Okay? They lost the lawsuit. So if the government is telling you, yeah, your kid better show up to school or I'm going to make sure you're in trouble, but it ain't our job to make sure they know how to read. Let me tell you something. I read this stat one time. I said, why would you keep sending your child somewhere where 50% of them are going to go get in trouble? And this was a stat for little black boys. And I was like, I'd put them in a prep school. I'll put them in a private school. I'll homeschool them. I'd do something other than send them to the regular public school system. Ain't no way. I learned in spite of. I was bullied and picked on for being smart. You see what's happened now. 10 years later in this diagram of life, all those dumbasses that sat there trying to be cool and look good and baby fat and stupid crap are struggling economically in every city in America. But the kids who actually were reading a freaking book are thriving. Robert Blake and me went to the same school. We ran cross country together. Roberto Blake, I apologize. But I call him Robert from school. But anyway, Roberto Blake. We came from the same school, the same town. We ran on the same cross country team. To this day, I can go back in Fayetteville, North Carolina and point you out all the dumbasses who can barely read. But they was fly in high school, though. They was fly. And now they got a bunch of kids. Single mom living, not buying their house. Houses in parts of Fayetteville are $40,000. They still ain't got no damn house. Well, I really want to live on that side of town where the $200,000 houses are. Are you making any money? Nah. I saw this one girl was on disability. I was like, what's wrong with you? I'm depressed. Well, shit, I'd be depressed too if my life was like that. I mean, I don't know if y'all understand what I'm trying to say. I'm really trying to convey so much before this 7 weeks is out because I'm going on vacation either way. That's just all it is. I'm going on vacation either way, and I'm just in a mood. I'm like, yeah. I'm in a mood, and I know better. So, got a prescription B12 shots. Yep. Go to another platform. You know, it's easy to say go to another platform, but it just doesn't work like that. 40,000. There you go. 40,000 for a cookbook. They really do. Fatty to Batty TV. Listen, fattytobattytv.com. Listen, the best thing you can ever do and invest in yourself is a personal trainer and a chef. Who cares what people say about it? You know, like, it's a long process. It doesn't take a ton of time for weight to get on. It does take a long time for weight to get off. You know, honestly, like, I've posted several videos. People can see my legs. Amazing. Upper body, gonna take longer. Just is what it is. So I feel for you, anybody who has a fitness channel. I did a 5-day fast, felt great, lost 7 pounds under a doctor's supervision since I'm a diabetic. I'm telling you, you know how many videos I've watched of diabetic people become that are no longer diabetic? There's a lot of videos you can watch on that, but I'll leave it alone. TD Silas, thank you for the 99 super chat. Can we get some juice blend suggestions, please? Please don't say kale. I hate kale. It's disgusting. Got monthly dividend 2 REITs. Yep. They probably had extra activities too. Yep. Arugula. Y'all are cracking me up in here. Basil, pear, almond milk, ice, and cinnamon. Fasting give you superpowers. How long did it take for you to build my channel? So my channel has been going on since 2012, technically. No, technically, yeah, 2013. End of 2013, I think so. And I never did that. I moved to Texas video. I never did that mess. I just started sharing information that I knew of, my family's business, like me going here in Texas, starting over. And I just documented book reviews. I was really helping people out. That's all. But there's a strategy to what, from the channel dragging along to like major hops and making money every year consistently. That's what I'm teaching in the course, though. Oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Easy money every May. Yep. Where can we get info regarding the YouTube Academy? I'll be putting it up shortly. What will happen is there's a link I've been putting. There is a email list that I've been using for folks who are like wanting to join the 6-figure YouTube course. Let me see if I can pull it up. But you know, the thing of it is I'm sitting here telling people, I'm like, this is where it turns. There's so many people right now who have already gone through the first wave. Now, what is the first wave? The first wave was you've already had people come on YouTube, be here for 5 to 8 years. They made so much money, they're freaking gone. They're just gone. They've already made their money. They love in their life, and they gone. And I know people think that, oh, that's funny, but I'm like, no, seriously, there are people made that much money that they've gone and go ahead and do a different thing. So let me see if I can find it. To put in here for you guys. There's an email list, and I've been like putting it in here for people. So let me see. Anyway, I have to study stocks on YouTube. Yep. I know that I had to pull up to Windows because my daughter had cheerleading and dance. Yep, homeless couple. The whole van life. Van life is homeless people. Hold on, sorry. My daggone pillow for my butt is hurting. Yeah, y'all just got real life here. Van life is homeless people. There's a whole channel called Invisible People. It's a homeless person channel where he goes on the street interviewing homeless people. And that's a freaking YouTube channel. Y'all. I'm sorry. South Carolina is messed up. South Carolina has terrible reading levels. Most mothers taught their daughters how to cook versus the sons. I made sure my sons knew how to cook. The truth of it is, I've met a lot of moms who are like, you better make yourself a sandwich. You better make yourself some spaghetti. You better make yourself some whatever. But again, it's all different. It's different environments, different. And I come from military background. So I think we had military dads who were like, You better figure out how to make it. And you'd be like, okay, I'll make it right now. So, yep, Khan Academy. Okay. I teach kids how to bake. One summer they bake cakes until they can do it blindfolded. Hey, that's what's up. That's interesting. Khan Academy got me through nursing school. What is Khan Academy? Y'all need to go look this up. People are waking up from the BS in the media. Yeah. We are unplugged, but older generations are seeing the truth. We had home economics, shop, and all that in school, and I graduated in 2000. Music YouTubers can also use SEO to learn where their next concert should be. Exactly. They can use Spotify ads. They can use Waze ads. Right now, I can put up ads, which my VA from the Philippines is going to do. Is going to put up an audio snippet I put together, and they're going to play it on Pandora. It's going to play on Waves. It's going to play on Spotify. It's literally, there's platforms that you can use to do this. Now, people say, well, Erica, some people don't know. Some people don't know, Erica. It's no longer an excuse. Do you know if you break a law and you don't know it's a law, guess what? They do not allow you to say you did not know it was against the law to do something as part of your defense. And that's been since 1950s. You cannot use ignorance of the law to defend you breaking the law. So I will use that same technique. You cannot tell me I didn't know about it. Nobody told me. That's what this phone in your hand is for. This is a master computer. It's not for you to go on Facebook and look up porn. It's for you actually to educate yourself and talk on it. Hello? Yeah, talk on it. That's what it's for. South Carolina, the reason South Carolina is so bad is for a long time you had them, when they told South Carolina, hey, we're going to send millions of dollars down here for y'all to improve these schools, starting with the black schools. Oh, no, we don't want it. Nope. We won't want the extra money. So not only did the white schools suffer, the black schools suffered as well. Also, you had a busing technique where they would bus the children out from the islands and send them into the island to learn. So imagine if you missed the bus. Your mom's not going to drive from Edisto Island for 35 minutes to make sure you go to school that day. So you have serious groups of people in South Carolina that ain't going to school. And then the state depends on tourism. And now the state has a bunch of elderly people. So you have a bunch of nurses that move down from Ohio. And they start making bumper stickers in South Carolina tomorrow. Stop coming from Cleveland. Stop coming from Ohio. And all you need is healthcare. You need in South Carolina healthcare, technical things, and people to take care of this older generation that are retiring in South Carolina. But if you have a whole generation of people that can't read well, woo, that's gonna be some scary hospital scenes. Curtis Davis, the girl, I saw a couple other interviews from the girl. She ain't read a lot of stuff. But that's just it. A lot of people don't even have a basic foundation. That's why I put that course out, Financial Freedom Starts at the Basement, because people don't even have their basement right. You know, they just out here running, ripping and running. Again, the thing about, if you notice about movies, all these actresses are doing what? Going to TV shows so they can get paid because they broke. Bruce Lipton quoted the importance of years 0 through 7. I'm telling you, in Europe, little boys don't go to school till they're 7 or 8. In Sweden, they don't go to school till they're 7 or 8. Go Google this. I'm not making this shit up. This is real life. And then they have a thing called outdoor kindergarten. Go Google it. It's a phenomenon only in Europe. They make all these kids go outside and touch trees and leaves and walk in parks and do all this other stuff. And then they bring them back in. In Japan, they don't even focus on educating the kids till they're about second grade. I think most of your first grade and kindergarten in Japan is focused on you learning manners and how to clean up. They don't have janitors in school in Japan. They make the children clean the school every day. Again, America, we have great things, but we have some other stuff that's not so great. Okay? Chromebook, but with free Wi-Fi. That's right. The bottom 50%, man. How you know? I want to say something on that, but I'm going to be good. School to prison pipeline. It's not even school to prison pipeline. It's your mom to pipeline. If your mom is not, every day you come home, and this is what people don't understand. Welfare originally, when they had Section 8 and your mom on welfare, it was for her to stabilize the family. So the children ate, y'all lived somewhere decent. It wasn't a hole in the wall. And in the process of stabilizing the mother and the family, at some point in a 2 to 4 year period, your mother was supposed to get out of that, leave there, not stay there, not stay in the system, not have more kids without a husband. It was a system. And people, call it a trap if you want to. That's what people did. But again, the pipeline starts with your parents. And so when people sit here and go, well, wealthy kids get all this handout. I know wealthy families right now who have a son who they know is dumb as a box of rocks. And you know what they're doing? They're spending all their afternoons figuring out what kind of school they can send him to for him to either have a trade, him to join the military, him to do something. They tried to put him in a military academy. They said, well, he has to take this test to see if he's even smart enough to be here. Couldn't pass it. Kids with money, parents with money are not going to let your kid that's dumb, even if got money, near their kid, okay? So again, smart people are winning. That is true. It's a parent's possibility. It is. YouTube is foreign to so many boomers. Also, after watching so many of my relatives sick and ill, we all rebelling and choosing to find more natural foods and qualify life. So here's my thing on this. Even in that context, I've been so angry about people saying this is soul food. When let's just be honest. If you're in Chicago, 90% of Chicagoan folk are from Mississippi, are descendants from Mississippi. The highest number of folks that inherited Mississippi land live in the state of Chicago currently right now. When people sit here and try to tell you, I'm cooking soul food, what you're cooking and what you're seeing on some of these channels is something that was only made on Sunday, very rich, very sweet on Sunday after church. Not the rest of the week. In the South, people ate a lot of greens, turnip greens, collard greens, other radishes, corn. They ate a ton of vegetables, and you may have got one chicken. My mom told me growing up, they got a lot of rice because it was so many of them. Rice, beans, and collard greens. See, there's a reason it's a song. In the South, you really didn't eat meat like that. Now look at people's bodies. When you see people do plant-based, who are African-American, they look a certain way. You see white people do a meat-based diet, they look viral, they look bigger, right? Because there is something to what people have traditionally ate in certain areas. So when you see these New Jersey and Philadelphia and Chicago and California folks talking about, this is soul food. No, you're incorrect. You're talking about what's Sunday dinner, and it was rare, and it was rich, and it was Thanksgiving, and very few times of the year. Most of the year was greens, rice, beans, and cornbread. And when you had chicken, my grandma would show pictures of where they had chickens just walking around the yard, because they would have to go out there and go pick one. And my grandma would make a game out of it, let them chase one of them, grab it, and then, of course, she'd kill it, of course. But, one time they came home and there was turtle soup. I came home one time from school and watched my grandma have a giant turtle on its back in the kitchen, just like, I'm freaking out. Run out of the house. My mom's like, oh, it's fine. Later, guess what? I never saw that turtle again. But I'm pretty sure we ate that turtle. And this is in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I think we were in Parkton at the time, but it didn't matter. Parkton, North Carolina, which is outside of Fayetteville, which is close to Robinson County. But yeah, there was a turtle in my grandma's kitchen on its back. I remember my friend Sabina, she was at her house. Her grandmother came over from Korea, and they lived near a wood line in Fayetteville near 28314 zip code. And this is before they started building all that stuff in Rayford. There was a ton of tree line before they started building all that stuff in Rayford. She came home. Her grandma from Korea was in there. Her dad's military, of course. And there was a turtle in a pot eating lettuce. My friend picked that turtle up and ran and put it in the forest, and her grandma was cussing. And she's like, no, we don't eat that in America. But, my point of all that is we have a disconnect in just education on where food comes from. How do we cook it? What do we cook for dinner? Just what good foods are. Why do you eat food in season? This whole farm to table movement where people are like, oh my God, farm to table, that's so unique. No, it's not. Your parents ate what was in season, right? My mom has a garden in her backyard. You're going to have a ton of sweet potato and collard greens because those are wintertime foods. There's so much I could talk about on here, but we're going to get on. I'm going to move on. Me and my ex homeschooled our daughter before there was YouTube. Parents are just lazy, no sacrifice. You're from Fayetteville. What's up? Listen, you know, two kinds of people. You stay in Fayetteville or you leave it. I had to leave it. They're junkies and bums. Oh, what was that response to? Some of these parents can't read their damn self. Listen, in Chicago, I think right now in Baltimore, they declared that their city has like 40% illiteracy. So, grew up in Tiffany Pines. How are you doing? I have rental property in Tiffany Pines now. And someone watching this channel, a soldier, she has rental properties in Tiffany Pines from watching this channel. So salute to her. Hope she enjoys Fayetteville for the rest of the time she's stationed there. We have to keep reading and asking questions. Yeah. Philadelphia is full of schools and many poverty kids, low motivation. So right now, I think, is it, somebody comment, is it like Meek Mill is buying up like 30 empty schools? Again, maybe he should call Dr. Umar. I don't know. But, you know, he's buying up all these schools. And you can do what you want in those schools. Candace Marie, look at that. Girl, I love that profile picture. Girl, her wig game is amazing. Amazing. You can be depressed and still get a damn house. I'm telling you, man, these people. Yeah, Roberto Blake and me ran on the same cross-country team. Yes, I was very slow at cross-country because I used to run track, and so it was the switching back and forth. I was probably the slowest cross-country member there was at Jack Britta that year, but that doesn't matter. I was on it. We were on the same team, and I ran my butt off. And we were actually at Douglasburg for a little bit together as well, too. But that's a whole nother conversation. Listen, girl, we could talk about it, but we ain't gonna do that tonight. Wealth is nothing without health. That's very true. Brenda said they eventually come after all platforms. Yes. Freedom of speech, y'all. I'm telling you. One of the top videos is about fitness, which is shocking since most of my content is about money. Listen, people love watching someone others, what's the word? You know, when you start to build momentum. I'm going to do this or that. I'm going to do this or that. I've actually watched videos in the gym on how to lift something or do a particular exercise. I'm like, I want to work out this side muscle on my thigh. How do I do it? And I would look on YouTube and then I would follow what somebody did on the video. Name it again. That's possible. You definitely stay on point. I saw the posting in the community tab regarding Mother Jones' article. Listen, when you've got a high number of Italians and Europeans buying land, farmland in America, pay attention. Pay attention. I totally get you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Urban. Okay, all right now. Whoa, okay. Read it in. We could talk about cryptos. We could talk about that, but probably in a future segment in the future. Ooh, ginger roots, frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries. Yeah, I went to Juice Land today. It's sitting on the counter. I tried to finish it. Like, I always get the same thing. It's called the Fountain. If you Google it, it's got beets, spinach, celery, which I always get the celery taken out. I put pineapple in it, apple, carrots. It's delicious. What's the cost for the class? Beconomic Expo. I'm not gonna lie, this class is $1,909. It's $2,000, and I'm not gonna front because I'm not gonna like sit here for 8 weeks, actually 12 weeks, every Wednesday talking with you guys and giving you a private Facebook group and walking you through how to set up your channel and doing all this stuff. And I know I just lost a ton of you when I said it was $2,000, and I'm okay with that, because if I sit here and tell you, hey, guess what? If you do A, B, and C, you'll have $3 million in a couple years. I don't want anybody who's just going, oh, I tried it and quit, Erica. I tried. Listen, this has economically changed my life. There's 100 people in a group right now who helped me purchase over 8 semi-trucks. Then I purchased 4 more in partnerships and some by myself. Then there's 6 other rental properties. Then there's going to be a whole nother probably 10 properties next year. A lot of this started from YouTube. The money that I make, $20,000 to $35,000 a month off YouTube. It's not from AdSense, it's from other sources, but it all came off YouTube. And so it's like, I'm trying to teach you something that'll probably make you $1 million and at least make you 150,000. So it's not going to be cheap. And I promise you this, and I'm going to tell you this, and I mean it. After we do this first 12 weeks of this cohort and we're recording everything, every single live we do, every single thing is being recorded, literally the next set of people, sorry, it's going to be $4,000 or $5,000 because literally I'm working with Grant Cardone's 10X team. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes I can't even talk about, that you guys know the channel's changing. You know these things are changing. You guys have seen the growth. You see me at conferences. I'll tell you now, if you're going to be December 7th, if you're going to be in DC, I'm going to be at the Earn Your Leisure event. I strongly suggest you come out and hang out with me because I'm going to go away for a good 3 months. I mean, we got a lot of team and a lot of VAs working, and a lot of you are going to start seeing responses in the emails from the VA team and from the executive assistant. So there's things changing. So I love Roberta Blake. Of course, you guys went to the same school. You're both brilliant. Thank you. You should have told the bullies that when we were in Douglasburg. YouTube needs to start its own recording distribution company. Please. They probably got it in the works somewhere, trying to figure out how to do it. Ladybug keeps spitting the truth. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Y'all, listen, if you've enjoyed the chat, just drop a 1 in the comments. It helps me. It encourages me to see you guys are in here. Erica, did you go off your meds? You're talking crazy. Oh, who wants to go? Uh-oh, guess where you're going to go? You're blocked. You're blocked. Have a great life. You're blocked. Goodbye. Okay. Mike Chain. Listen, AKW Beats, I do a whole series inside the YouTube course talking about how Mike Chain spent $7 a day on YouTube. When those ads started going like that, he spent $7 a day. He was Ty Lopez before Ty Lopez. Mike Chain was Mr. Six Pack Abs. And here's the funny part. I was a apartment manager over the apartment that Mike Chain Six Pack Abs lived at in the Domain. Do you see how the world's 6 degrees of separation? Me and Roberto Blank went to the same school. I was over the apartment manager over Mike Chain Six Pack Abs apartment. Honey, there's so much I can tell y'all. Thank you, mods. I appreciate it. There's something crazy going on in here. I don't, B. Lee. I sold that company. And that's just the power of moving and swaying. And I'll talk about it inside the course, how one thing, partnership, make a ton of money, sell it, keep it moving, go on to the next thing. I keep telling y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mike Chain. No, anyway. What? I don't know who that is, but you're getting blocked. Blocked on. My mama taught me how to cook, so I would never have to depend on anyone to cook for me. Listen, do you know how many people I know when they came about 25, after we left school and stopped having real roommates, who got married real quick because they didn't know how to do shit. They didn't know how to pay bills. They didn't know how to write checks. They didn't know how to fix their car. They didn't know how to set doctor's appointments. They jumped up and got married. And this is a man I'm talking about. He was quick, fast, in a hurry, glad to marry this woman. Like, ooh, thank you. Ooh. And we're like, damn, that was quick. I got a friend now. He's a business owner. I'm not knocking him. He's amazing at real estate. But his home is a hot mess. He don't cook. He just real estate. Hustle, 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 hustle. And you know what? This little pretty girl then came up beside him, cleaned up his house one day, cooked the food for him, just getting him out and about, taking him dancing. And now he married her. And it was like 2 months, y'all. And he's getting married in 2 weeks. I said, now either homegirl pregnant or she just that damn good. All right, now come on now. Can we have an amen? Yeah, Invisible People. My eyes get a little dusty when watching. Yes, Ben the Bartender. Every time I watch Invisible People, what I learn is every time they never say it, but somewhere in the equation, somebody was on drugs. Or pride or drugs. They had an Asian guy. He was smart. He was capable. He used to work in tech, and he had a home in North Carolina. He had a home here. He was doing all his money, but he wasn't saving no money. And when the economy turned 2008, boom, took him out. He had to run home to his father. He was Asian. He was like, his father was white, mother was Asian. You know how that go, military. He ran home to his father in California, which was wrong. He should have stayed in North Carolina. He would have had a better shot. Goes home to his father in North California. Guess what? He gets there. His father's dying of cancer. His father didn't tell him because he thought he wouldn't come. He's dying of cancer. It's an Asian guy. You can't miss it. It's the one about Oakland. And of course, the father dies. He don't pay no bills in the house in California. And of course, they do what? Foreclosure, kick him out. And he's like, when they start trying to talk to me like, hey, we can get you living here at this place, but you got to let go of your dogs. He was like, I can't let go of my dogs. This man was in California, rather be homeless so he could keep his dogs. Now, I think it was because of the death of the father, the losing all the stuff, 2008 crash. But people in the stories, when they talk on that show, I always get a little frustrated because I'm like, see, he's keeping something out there where he was prideful. Okay, keep something out there where he was on drugs. A lot of them are truthful on there, which is good. But it's true. It's true. You're sitting on the ground, you're depressed, you're crying, you do drugs. That's what they're doing when you talk to a lot of them. On that show, the reason I watch it here and there is just to see how quick it is. It's so quick to slide down. And some of the people don't pull themselves back up. They don't come back out of the matrix. So, the whole van life thing is just, they're both homeless. We're watching a homeless person in their van. That's what we're watching, by choice or not. Erica, how do you get going with your course? Wow, this stuff is deep. This is deep stuff. I'm telling you, Don Juan, I've spent this year alone $75,000 in courses, in groups, in Facebook groups, and teachings. And I finally got one, and I was like, boom, the light bulb. All right, it taught me how to do systems for my VAs. It taught me right now, I probably could take a girl or guy that's 22 years old, they ready to work, and literally sit them down in the front of all the courses I've taken, and they be my executive assistant, and I'd pay them like $80,000 a year, because it's that much stuff I've learned. That much stuff I've learned in the years. I've been doing this in the years before that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this YouTube course because people had asked for it. I'm getting this planner out to show you how I plan my day. And then I'm going to go take 3 months off. Peace out. And I'm going to show people in the course how I'm going to do it and still run new videos and run ads on this channel while I'm gone. There's a ton of people right now you don't understand who are recording 20, 30 videos, then traveling for 3, 4, 5 months. And you think you're seeing weekly updated videos. Homegirls out in the world. Once I saw some of that, I was like, yep, I'm out. I'm going to have to go look up this Khan Academy. I might have to donate to them. Khan Academy did like a tech talk. He shared. The cousin told him we like you better on YouTube than in real life. So why? We can rewind the video as much as we want versus asking him. Interesting. I'm trying to get more folks in the Microsoft Azure cloud search and labeling. Listen, I was on Facebook, and y'all might saw me go off today. Somebody was like, well, coding's hard. Tech is hard. Math is hard. It was a girl. And I said, you know what's not hard? Y'all on here on YouTube day and night complaining about men and women and bullshit all day. Y'all got 7 hours in your whole life to be on YouTube whining every day. But you ain't got 7 hours to study. Now, I had made fun of one of the guys that came on O'Shea channel, but I actually want to give my hat to him. He sat home every day for 3 to 4 hours studying how to speak Portuguese so he could go to Brazil and hook up with strippers and prostitutes. And so he knows how to speak Portuguese. So my hat's off to him. But when you listen to him, them women still just want to come to America. Oh, it's nice you came here, but can I come back with you in America? If you got that kind of energy, 3 to 4 hours to focus on something for 90 days, honey, you can be in tech and you can make $100,000 a year. It's just that easy. A caveman could do it. If this channel went away and before I knew how to do all this stuff and have email lists and have ways to connect with y'all later, I would be like, well, peace out, I'm going to tech. If it was that much of a struggle. Do you know what I'm saying? Ignorance is no defense. It isn't. I think the quote is, a lack in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. It is, but that's also a law. Like, ignorance of the law is not a defense, is actually the truth. Dark man, it is, but they still got computers down there. They still got computers and they still got phones. 2009, I saw a lack of computers in urban areas, but Sprint phones had Facebook on it. They do. And guess what? They have a cast system where you can cast it onto your TV. So I've actually seen, and I thank a lot of y'all taking pictures of where y'all watching me on YouTube on your TV at home. Thank you. I appreciate it. Whatever. I'm telling you, man. Go back to Ohio. Oh, it's crazy down there. And here's the thing. I'll put it to you this way. I've gone on dates with several men who I could tell were struggling. Like, we're texting back and forth, and their text is like, oh, that was a long text. I'm like, oh, this nigga can't read. Like, and not even joking. I would send articles to this one guy. I thought, I was like, oh, did you see that article? He'd be like, Yeah. I mean, like I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. But what I'm noticing is if you're a man and you can read, I mean, this is sad. If you can read and you have enough knowledge in you to like buy one rental property, women will literally throw underwear at you. My friend Money Badu and a couple of them have been online. How about one rental property? Women are like, in the DMs attacking them. And they make a joke, nah, I'm 5'6", go away, right? Like hoping that'll deter some of these women. But the bar is so low. It's so low. I'm meeting girls who are beautiful, but honey couldn't read if I paid her to. Y'all, it's really low. And so even if you say, Erica, you can't pick on people for not reading, I'm not. But what I am going to say is that's why we have audible.com. You can listen to your books audibly. Audible.com. Sign up. Low education makes it easy for people to control economic and otherwise. Jabras, this is true. Because if you think about it, if you look at back in the day, people used to have long, lengthy debates, educational debates, good debates. You used to have debate teams on all kind of schools. Now you don't have it. People don't know how to have discussion. That's right. Mm-hmm. In those videos, Black experience in Japan and Korea, one lady said 5-year-olds walk around outdoors alone. Yep, and they ride the train for hours and nobody bothers them. Boy, you try to litter in Germany, they'll beat you up. Now, listen, in Germany, they used to have these long batons, like really long, like pow, pow, pow. And my mom was saying there was one time this man had like tried to assault her and some soldiers, and they yelled, like he was trying to assault them. Then she said them German police came over and beat the bricks off that man. They were almost sad that they said anything, but they were 3 military women trying to go back to the base, and he was harassing them. And listen, German police used to be about beating people. Now they calm. They got too many immigrants. They can't be beating people all the time. And for those of you who do get the planner, I put a little thing in there for you guys that says every day, like, did you get your walk in today? Did you drink your water? I'm showing y'all what I'm doing on my side. And I love it that I got to put this planner together with a lot of help. Micro Center has $300 brand new laptops. I'm telling you. Church sermon has begun. Listen, I'm gonna calm down. I'm so passionate about it, you guys. I'm so passionate about it because there's no reason for me to see another child on news stealing something at 14 or breaking into a home or doing stupid stuff when he got a whole brand new Apple phone. He can literally go pick up trash. He can move junk. He can resell. He can do so many things. It's like literally trade stocks for just $100. People are like, where are you gonna get $100? They get it all the time from their mama. Where else they gonna get it? Yep, Claudine. I watched that movie. I was like, I can't take it. Hi, future ex-husband. Don't take me for the money. Years ago, welfare paid for me to go to nursing school. I'm still licensed 26 years later. Listen, the only 2 programs that were documented to work as a part of when Bill Clinton did that whole push in the 90s about welfare to work, we're going to get these people to work, was the one where they provided childcare while you went to school. The women who actually finished some type of degree or associate degree never came back. They were the highest rates of completion. So if you were part of that work program, which 26 years ago sounds about right, congratulations, it worked. Soul Food's killing folks. That's not soul food. That is a raggedy, terrible imitation. And I want my northern brothers and sisters to stop claiming it's soul food. What's up? Can I come and talk about cryptocurrency as a subject matter on my YouTube channel? I may do it next year. People can't read all across the nation, Trav. It ain't even a thing. It's comprehension. There you go. See, like people can skim, but the comprehension. I ain't got jokes. I'm for real. No. Ben the bartender. Exactly. 3 to 4 hours. This guy was so proud of it. And I'm proud of him. 3 to 4 hours learning something. How about that? Not all tech jobs are coding. I hate program coding. I worked for years in digital forensics and cybersecurity. The truth and money are out there. I'm telling you. Even when I was in Oakland and the guy was telling me, and this is AM1, and he was like, I didn't know if this was for people or who it was for. And I was like, if you had an opportunity to do a spot on interview with 300 of the biggest tech companies out there in the world, would you come? Would you pay $450? I would. I'd go find 340. I'd go get a credit card. I'd go do anything to pay to be there. And they even had a student discount that was like $100. So even if you were a student, there was no excuse. Yes, the course will cover YouTube ads because it's something I'm practicing right now. And there's a technique that's really important where, let's say you watch a particular person's channel and all the time you watch it, you see the same ad, you're like, what's going on? That's a combination of retargeting, and that's a combination of that person putting all their ads in an ad placement onto that person's channel, particular channel. Just dropped a bomb. Many of y'all won't notice it though. When will you start a YouTube course? I'm probably going to start it next week. Right now, I'm just putting in video after video after video after video. Right now, because what I'm doing is a drip. Now, what is a drip? On the thing, it'll drip out each week so that you don't get ahead of yourself. Because what happens in a lot of my courses, people be like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna study for hours. And then when you get to them, they're like, I'm confused. I'm lost. Well, you got ahead of everybody else in the group. I thought you were going to go to joke crazy on the hater. Oh, yeah, I hit that block button. I don't have time for it. Like, you guys don't understand. Right now, if I pull out my calendar, not this one on the wall, but literally my little calendar I'll pull it. I mean, it's under this thing. It's full of golf classics, galas, dressy balls, and literally charity events. I'm like, peace out. Like, I'm trying to say it in a nice way, but like, I've made a shit ton of money off YouTube. It's opened way other many doors. And you don't have to sit here and get 3 million views to do it. In order for you to make $8,300, you have to get, and you're depending on AdSense, you have to get like 4 million views. For some people like me who have higher CRMs, where I have like insurance ads run on my channel, my videos probably get close to $10 to $12 per 1,000 views. I do get a really healthy AdSense check. But for people who say they're like, I'm gonna get $10,000, $20 a month, get out of here with that shit. If you want to come on YouTube and make money for you, and you go actually pitch out, like, look at Country Wayne sitting there using Facebook, and he's making $90,000 a month, and that's without the touring. There's so much behind the scenes I want to show people who are going to be in the course. That's why the whole little $2,000 thing, I laugh when people are like, oh, that's expensive. I'm like, it's not meant for you. It's meant for people who really want to go do this thing on a big level, because literally next year the course will be like $4,000 or $5,000. Yeah, you saw that one? Yeah. Do what I do. Listen, I'm working out for a reason here, baby. Now, there's a lot behind the scenes y'all don't know. I saw that question, but thank you. Great conference content. I appreciate everything you do. Thank you, Terrence Florence Jr. I appreciate it. For those of you who are connecting with me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, a lot of you have seen that I've been asking you for recommendations, and I really thank you. I appreciate that. The 10X team and my assistants have been helping with it, but I appreciate anybody who's giving me recommendations. Yes, Jay Allen, it does, because guess what, Jay Allen? You're grandfathered in. That's the whole purpose of being on YouTube and starting now. You're grandfathered in, okay? As you're grandfathered in and you're starting to go to these conferences and Vid Summit and VidCon and different things I talk about in the course, people are gonna be like, oh, were you here before the changes? It's a different vibe, y'all. And also, as we're in the group course, in the private Facebook group, I'm gonna show y'all how we help each other get over the hump so that y'all all are monetized. We're gonna make sure y'all get the subscribers, baby. We're gonna get it. You will get, I'm telling you, listen, if you really serious, like right now, there's a guy who's in Austin, Texas. He has a roofing company. He does solar panels. He has 3 videos on his channel. All he does is run ads on those 3 videos only in this area. I've seen this video multiple times. I know he's making money. The video has, I think, 400,000 views. And I've seen him in like a response video or somewhere on Instagram, and I was like, oh, he making money. I think I saw him on Facebook or somewhere in a video, and I was like, oh, he making money. His truck is new. His team is new. Stuff has changed. There's a lot of opportunity here. Go look up Earn Your Leisure. Cash or credit, which you prefer? Honestly, boss life, in the beginning of your business, you can run a lot with cash because cash will teach you, will make you stretch and be creative. Also, as you're creating SOPs, standard operating procedures, you'll be able to go, okay, I did this. Now I'm going to pay somebody in the Philippines or somewhere for $2 an hour to do all this stuff for me. And there's a whole system I'll teach y'all in the class on how we do logins, and you ain't got to share your login. It's some good stuff, y'all. I've spent like $75,000 this year to really learn it and have it be awesome. So you guys will see it. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have time to go off on anybody. I really don't. I'm not even joking. But yes, Marie, they will. I think I answered it. I think it was going up. It skipped up and it went back down. Thank you, Douglas Jones. Tell my mama I'm funny. She doesn't think I'm funny sometimes. She goes, oh, you're so funny, Erica. Like she's mad with me. Think you're full of money? Love different. Listen. And then for the people who are in the Facebook group, I've got a connection that I only give clients, but I'll start giving him out to y'all. As long as he do good with these first 3 people I gave him, I'm going to refer him for the people in the Facebook group. He helps you get funding. So again, I always want you to be able to do everything yourself to learn it. That's why I have the funding course. But for those of you who get stuck, I got a person I can connect you with. But there are several people who got $80,000 and $100,000 so far with the funding course. So I'm super excited. Yep. Baltimore Section 8. Yeah, I'm telling you. When we bought on Kier, what I was trying to get y'all to understand is when you see this gentrification, it's not just happening in certain places. People don't want to do long commutes anymore. And if they can kind of get you out of the city without force, and what does I mean without force? With voting you out, raising the taxes on you, getting you out. People who own property during gentrification don't care about gentrification. They love it. Tenants pay more rent, all that other stuff. But people who don't own, goodbye. I'm trying my hardest to educate y'all before I peace out, so y'all understand what's happening. But you guys got to see it. You've got to see what's happening. If you don't own in these areas, you will go bye-bye. And this whole, like, the average dude just wants to come home and watch TV and not have a fussy wife. Well, the average dude better figure out how to make more money or invest some of that money, because that life is gone. 1980s, that was going away. 1990s with Bill Clinton, it was starting to go away. You know, I think Kevin Samuel said something about 1992, music changed. It wasn't about just music changing. It was the American people changing, right? You got this introduction of gangster rap kind of thing. And that was just the effects of that beginning single momhood 1980s with these all of a sudden teenage boys, gangster rap. You know, it was leading into something, right? Same thing now. When I see little kids on TV for robbing or stealing, I'm like, what kind of caveman parents do you have? Because you've got this powerful little thing called a phone, and you can go to any library and get on any computer. You can go anywhere and do anything, but yet you resorted to this level of thinking there's something broken there. So what's happening is you're going to start seeing Section 8 not be available. And then if it is available, it's available for a certain level, right? To qualify for Section 8 in some cities, you make it $100,000, you know, to qualify. And then even when you're a Section 8 tenant, you still have to do a background check. You still have to do several things. There's a lot going on. So that's true, Curtis. You're on point. My grandma forwards your channel to every young person she knows. Thank you. Tell your grandmother thank you. She's wonderful. Tech still needs 1.2 million workers. Projections from the U.S. Bureau. Listen, let's just do a hypothetical, Christian. 1.2 million people, right? Now, what did I tell y'all when I was at Afrotech? There were 10,000 black people. Now, there were some Asian people out there too, but at the end of the day, it was 10,000 black people. Now, 10,000 black people times, let's say everybody was going to make $100,000 a year job. That's $1 billion that we had in one little area, all dancing and swag surfing and living our best lives in one area. So imagine what happens if you have 1 million people. Now, there's a theory called the rule of 10 or something. I may be misquoting the title, but one person in a family affects 10 people, right? And they usually get similar jobs, similar careers, you know, farmers, police officers, they all be the similar thing. I know a black man right now who is going to go get in the military. His brother's already in the military. His father was in the military. And the brother is a nuclear engineer going in that direction because of the military. And he's like, I want to be in tech too. So I'm going to do this. And so it's a butterfly effect. As one person in a family changes, it butterfly affects everybody. So when you talk about 1 million people getting into tech, that 1 million really is 10 million people affected. That's why when I get so passionate about more Black and Latino people being in tech, you being that one tech person in your family opens the door for 10 more people to do it. It's just like when you see one cousin become a trucker. Everybody in the family want to do some trucking. If you like right now, all my cousins want to buy trucks. And I told them, trucking is amazing. It has its place in my portfolio. They're so bigger. We're going to go, family. Let's go to the bigger. Let's get to the apartment building I'm trying to get. Let's get to this mobile home park I'm trying to get. Let's get to this acres over here I'm trying to buy over here in North Carolina, in South Raleigh, for those of you in the future who may want to invest with me. South Raleigh. Let's get to this big piece of part we're trying to buy in this land and get even bigger. Let's do the next big thing. It's just a piece of the puzzle. It's just a piece of the portfolio. Thank you for those looking forward to the planner. I love it. Oh, thank you, Big Willie. I try to clean my hair up some days, you know. Exactly. 90K a month on Facebook. And please go back and watch this. Don't take my word for it. Go back watching Country Wayne. It might have been 2 interviews ago or 1 ago, at least a year and a half ago, where he was on Breakfast Club and he was talking, and they realized he didn't even have metrics. He wasn't even doing any of this other stuff. He's like, I don't know. I made about 90,000. Like, he didn't even know yet. He didn't even know where all the different places where he was just going, like putting out stuff. I mean, there's stuff. Oh man, Eric, I hate the delayed drip out. Of course, Chris McDonald, there's nothing you can do. Like, if you go watch 4 more videos and then next week I ask you, did you do this week's assignment? It ain't gonna make no sense. It's just, you have to do the drip because people get ahead so far and then they're not caught up with the group. They're not in the Facebook group participating where we need you to participate. You know, there's a lot I can say with that. Damn, he's using his mom's credit card to buy gas and go see Kanye West in Houston. Damn. Woo. Thank you so much, Hannah, for the $4.99 super chat. Clinton's also, that's right. People forget about the Clinton. Boss life, honey. Ooh, that's exhausting. Thank you. I appreciate it. Looking forward to the planner. I'm a big fan of writing things down, bullet journals. Listen, I promise you, TV Davis, I was in this training one time, and the guy was like, if it isn't in your calendar, it's not going to happen. If it isn't written down, it's not going to happen. Now, of course, this was a sales-focused conference, but what I realized is if you look at salespeople be having some craziness, but they be making a ton of money. They literally are just following, okay, I'm going to get an appointment today, close appointment today, do appointment today, close appointment. Same thing with real estate. You'll see people they'll turn on the ads, close a few deals, go sit down. Close a few deals, go sit down. It's a cycle. And what happens is when people don't write it down, they don't know. They claim they know. Now, careful, Country Wayne's your new role model, but Country Wayne got like 9 kids. So I don't know and he learned at a young age with all these kids, them kids need to eat. So, okay, you want to be careful. When does the course start, Douglas? I'm probably going to get it started next week. So, honey, the slow dates hurt my heart because they be so, and it's not even like good looking men that are slow. It's just like men that are like, oh, That's interesting. Like, I haven't thought about that. Like, I haven't, like, again, when people say, oh, these women saying they want to follow a man with a plan, this is kind of true. Some people are not doing anything. And listen, don't get it twisted. There's a lot of people out here looking for just somebody to be companionship with them, sit on the couch and watch Netflix. They go to work, they come home and complain about work, and that is their life. I owe no disrespect to those men and women out here who that is their dream life. I'm sorry, my mama raised me too well. My daddy, God rest his soul, he raised me too well. They raised me too well just to be out here like, yeah, your job treats you bad. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Like, no, I can't do that. There's just too much out here. It's just, it don't even take that much effort to put yourself at the next level. That's the crazy part. Do you know how many young black men I've met at Lowe's when I worked at Lowe's here? When I first got here. And at Verizon, when I used to get my phone fixed at the same Verizon, who've all gone on to tech. Honey, I remember this boy tried to ask me for my number at Verizon. I want to be like, honey, go on now. That same boy, I saw him somewhere else eating. He had a suit on. I was like, hey, how's Verizon treating you? Oh, girl, I left Verizon. I'm at Apple now. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking Apple Store. Tomorrow, no, Apple. Tech job. The move it's like this, just an inch, and you could be on with a better life. You can. But people have to decide if they want to do that. I'm telling Oprah, I appreciate it. Thank you. NWA. Also, if you look at wrestling, a lot of the culture was pushing towards a very like rough thing in 1992. I will. Dude has Apple. Ooh, Lord. I can't. They want to be boys in the hood. Well, to 20, 45, 60. I saw a man the other day. I thought he just got released out of prison. I don't know. He had cornrows in his head, and he was like wearing these khakis. Looked like he was out of a 1999 rap video. I was like, brother, why? What happened to you? Tell me about your life. Oh, do I have Shopify stores ready? Who's talking about that in the comments? What is this channel about? Honestly, I don't know. Cash Money, this channel. Hi, if you don't know who I am, I'm Erica Williams from the Classy Climb blog, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, talking to you about how I went from $0 to $1 million in over 5 years over here on YouTube. Yes, and I created an investment club, and I own 12 semi-trucks. We have 6 rental properties in the club. What more would you like to know about? That's what this channel is about. Improving your life, making money, investing your money. Because if you don't invest your money, guess what? You are left behind. And I just give you colorful commentary. That's what this channel is about, Cash Money. Careful. Any more smart ass comments, you get blocked. All right, you guys. Can your techniques help my hypnosis business? It depends. What is your hypnosis business? Are you treating trauma? Are you helping people quit smoking? What are you doing? Because what you would need at that point is a lead generator and a course. Yes, Black Caesar, that's absolutely true. Yes, that's how I'm doing it with those REITs. Who did you mention? His name is Country Wayne on Facebook. If you go look back at an old video from The Breakfast Club with Country Wayne on it, it's one of the best videos ever. No, Afrotech is slated for Oakland again, but I promise you, what I heard sponsors say in the crowd, that she had to move it. Yep, Corey P has great information about credit. I also have several videos, over 125 videos on credit on this channel. So, yeah. Ooh, Jamie Dial. Yep, I believe it. Let's see what else I got in here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, listen, when I was out in California, I was like, what's going on with these clothes? What's going on out here? It's too much. It smelled like pee all over San Fran. It was terrible. I do still write for the Classic Climb blog. We actually have somebody who's actually, we just published like 4 more blog posts this past 2 weeks. And we actually have, like, I think it's going to be 2 posts a week for the rest of the year. 2 to 3, maybe more. We have a lot of good posts over there. You'll see more information over there. Exactly. Look, Jabrash, that's the favorite thing. They want something to complain about, but then you ask them what they're going to do about it. Oh, you know, it's okay. I'm okay. They just want to have something to complain, man. Something, right? Like, shit, women will be down for a cause, even if it's a shitty cause. I live in Redford, Tennessee. I wish you would have discovered your videos earlier. Better late than never. I look forward to meeting you one day. You know what's crazy? I had an office in North Carolina over there where the Tallywood Shopping Center was, where they built the brand new Publix, and my office was over there. Where they see if you guys see any of the whiteboard videos from North Carolina, that's where that office was. So. Yeah, you know what, Chris McDonald, we're doing a thing where we're doing Google AdWords. We're testing out Google AdWords, and we're testing out the SEO power of the blog. So that's probably why you don't hear me talk about it as much. We're trying to test out just the power of different things we're trying to do over there. But, you know, if you want to keep up with some of the travel next year and some of the reviews of stuff, it'll be over there. Any more questions, you guys? I know it's getting late. I know people who are in their 60s still struggling, working 2 jobs, looking like Celie off the couple for... Dark man Jeff, that was messed up. He said, I know people who are in their 60s still struggling, working 2 jobs, looking like Celie off the color purple. I refuse to be like that at that age, God willing. Listen, I really mean this. If you guys, I'm telling you, 1 to 2 houses, rental properties a year, y'all, for 5, even if you just do it for 5 years, whole different life. What do you think about generational homes? I taught my children to cook. They have full-time jobs, but they live with me. We all save money and live together. So Cece's Corner, the first thing I'm going to ask you, and this is loaded, so brace yourself, okay? I'm bracing myself to brace you to brace yourself. How old are these said children? And 2, what's the game plan? Because I can tell you right now, when I left college, I had about 5 friends who had gotten teacher jobs, or 2 of them didn't have a job. It was coming up. And the way it works when you try to go get a home loan, and they were getting a $50,000 townhouse home, all you need to have was a job offer, because they were coming to rob me with a job offer typed up, and $3,000 down payment. And that was for the down payment assistance. And guess what? Every one of their parents coughed up $3,000 like that, because at certain ages, if you're 40 plus with grown children, you should have about 10, 20 grand. Now, people are like, Erica, that's ridiculous. It really isn't. If you save $27 a day for a year, you will have $10,000. I know somebody's going to come in here and say, but Erica, I typed in $27 a day times 365. It's not exactly 10 grand. Damn it, you get the point of what I'm trying to tell you, okay? $27 a day. Over the course of a year, you will have $10,000 saved up. My point of saying all that is every single one of those friends that when I left college that got that first townhouse, their mortgage was like $312. Your child can afford $312 and they can rent the rooms out there. You can rent out there's so many different ways that you can progress your family on to adulthood without them all living together. Now, if you need the money as well to sustain the house, do what you have to do. But at some point, as we all grow up, the goal is for people to make fully functional, launchable adults that go live on their own, because what does living on your own accomplish? You realize, this is the tone I set for myself. Number one thing they've taught us in church and many dating, consulting things that have come through the church system, never marry a man who has never lived on his own. And I know y'all think, oh man, that's damn harsh, Erica. No, there are many books on this. There are many studies on this, that the marriage happiness of those couples who pull a man from his parents' home to their home is extremely low. A lot of his skills are relative to a mother cleaning up after a child. He's never set the tone in his own home. He's never paid his own bills. There's no sense of urgency. I know people think they're doing a great thing by their children by letting them live with them, but studies are showing socially that young man and that young woman, but mostly young men, are struggling when it comes to leaving that mother, going over to a house with the wife, and having a happiness consistency in that couple. Period. Now, even a young man who's had roommates knows, okay, I got to pay these bills on time. I know how to do this. But not a mother to a marriage situation. High levels of reported unhappiness. Multiple marriage studies. It teaches this all the time at church. There's a reason they call it failure to launch. You have to be out of your parents' house and be independent. There's no way you have a healthy adult sex life or a healthy peer bonding situation when you go from living directly with your mom directly to another woman. It does not happen. And I know you may think I'm being harsh, but I'm really telling you, like, we sit in a church that literally makes us read these studies. Like, I don't go to some hole in the wall hustler church. I actually go to a very big church that has very wealthy people, but we also have weekly, if not daily, like actual studies and books and things they recommend. I went to a conference they had today on sexuality. Church had a speaker come through. It was a women's only conference. So trust me, I think I understand what you're trying to do. And there's a book called Up. What is it called, you guys? It's talking about the demographic switch of America. There's going to be a lot more generational homes, but depending on the ages of what you tell me your children are is what I would dictate my answer. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. I know that was a long answer, but I hope that all made sense. But I seriously, I said, yeah. Yes, I have more than that saved. They're 24 and 21. So 24 and 21, I'm not going to say, sorry, I didn't have the thing sliding as you were talking. As I was talking, 24 to 21, is the boy older or the girl older? Now, I will say this, about 25, they would need to go get their own place. Just being honest. And in the trajectory of adulthood and bonding, peer bonding as an adult, a fully functional adult. Now, if there's some kind of goal you have as a family, like y'all gonna open a business, y'all gonna, like, their cars are all paid off, they have no student debt, like, did they go to college? There's so many questions here, CC, that it would need to be answered before I even kind of give you a good answer, right? Like, there's something in there that needs to be answered as far as their age and stuff. Is it more preferable to put your investments in your own name or LLC? Black Caesar, here at the Classy Climb, I'm a big proponent in just ownership, period. You can work out all these fancy tax strategies and loan strategies later. What the problem is, people start trying to, like, figure out what they're going to do in tax strategy wise. I actually have a whole accounting team, and they were actually glad I started one thing one way and one thing another way. Either doesn't matter. Now, if you tell me you have $5,000 and you want to grow your business so you can have more business credit and get more business loans, I would say buy your tax liens under your business name. Do all this other stuff under your business name. As long as you have cash, you can put it in your LLC just fine. The Classy Climb blog is the name of the blog. You can literally Google it. Thank you, Apple Mac. Erica's blog is a gold mine. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, congratulations. CC owns that home out. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Anything's possible. We'll talk about it, period, next year. Tech field is so vast. You recommend coding other tech? Go back and watch some of the tech videos I put on this channel. I have a lot of great ones. Been paying my bills for 32 years. Brother, I don't think it's harsh. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Thank you. Because it was, I wasn't even going to go. It wasn't even going to go in that direction. I was going to say, were you looking to get remarried in life, or are you currently married? Because that too. If I was a man in my 50s wanting to marry you, I'd ask, why is your grown children still living there? There's just different things to that question. He's the oldest. We have no debt. All our cars paid in full. We plan to own real estate rentals. Okay, so if you have at least $10,000, y'all can go ahead and buy a $50,000 house and go ahead and go buy it. Like, you have to have a plan for the next. Honestly, let's just be honest. By the time 90 days goes up, what's 90 days from now? Somebody, January something, you guys can go ahead and go be pre-approved for a mortgage and buy a rental property. Just straight up, right? If you guys are going to do it together, or you can go ahead and do that. 90 days is all it needs. If you've already have $10,000 saved up, that's all you need. Al Gore, I'm going out. I already been out earlier today. I already went out. Thank you so much. I'm going out tomorrow to a basketball game, and I'm going to a dinner date. So I'm doing a Saturday night show because I won't be doing a Sunday night show. Thank you for asking. So, but yeah, CC's Corner, I mean, basically, what's the game plan for the next 90 days, you know, and buying something. So they can, Alexis, that's true. They can go there together. They can move to the new house together. Brother, did you get the funding course? Here's the thing. Pick one other person to go funding with and keep it moving. Honestly, like pick one other person and push off. Like push the cart off the road and go and go. And find a different marketplace where there's cheaper rents. Thank you, Robert. I really appreciate that. I know, man. So anyway, all right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the show, put a 1 in the comments. I enjoyed being here. I enjoyed giving you as much value as possible. I want y'all to be paying attention, okay? Because FTC is coming, and some of y'all haven't been paying attention. Yes, they're claiming they're going for family channels first, but don't you worry. They'll be coming your way to get some money out of your pockets, all right? Trust and believe. I did not mean to make this almost a 2-hour show, but you guys have made it fun and laughable. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And I will seriously miss y'all next year as I'm chilling overseas. So thank you so much. All right, Cece's Corner, you got it. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks. All right, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show. Sounds good. All right, you guys. Have a great night. This is your girl, Erica, Classic Clown Blog. For those of you looking to join the YouTube Mastery Course, I will have links coming up in the community post and underneath this video for you to sign up on the email list for as soon as it opens up. Also, keep your eye out for the planner. It's coming. I'm so excited. And there's so much fun stuff that's going to go down. December 7th, I'll be with Earn Your Leisure in DC. You're going to have Cousin Nita there, Wall Street Trapper. You're going to have Rashana Scott. You're going to have Asia Dennison. You're going to have all of us there. Come hang out. It's going to be a good time. So, all right, you guys, have a good night.